Alright, guys, welcome to Module 10, where we will be handling our inquiries and our viewings professionally. So, once your listing goes live, you're going to start getting calls through WhatsApp, Facebook, Messenger, and that's a good sign. It means that your marketing is working. But how you manage these interactions will make the difference between a smooth, respectful sale to a frustrating, time wasting experience. As a private seller, you're not just selling a house, you are representing it. That means you need to be responsive, you have to be organized, and you need to secure yourself as well when it comes to safety during the viewings and ensuring that people aren't wasting your time. So, the one thing that you're going to have to start from the beginning, and this is through the messages and when it comes to the viewing, is set clear communication boundaries. Managing messages through the day is going to be draining for some, especially if you're working or you have family responsibilities and you need to set your expectations up front. I've mentioned this in the previous module where you, even on your advertisement, you are going to give clarity as to how your day is going to run. Because buyers don't really follow your schedule, so it's up to you to guide the interaction and make your preferences clear in the listing so that the responses that you have is not going to bombard you or overwhelm you, or people aren't going to get upset because they know upfront what you are expecting. Also mention, if you prefer to use WhatsApp in your listing, please WhatsApp instead of calling. I will respond as soon as I can. If you're working full time, you're going to advise in viewings by appointment. Please WhatsApp after 6 p.m. for the fastest response. If you're going to use WhatsApp web or your desktop on your computer, it's going to be even better for you because there you can then um, receive and save files on your laptop. If you don't have a laptop to use, it's absolutely fine. Don't stress about it. But it's also efficient to have WhatsApp web available. As an agent, that has made my life very easy because I can then from there take screenshots, take saves, so that I can copy and paste faster as well from the templates that I've created in this course. It will be easier for you to copy and paste and edit from those templates if you're using it via WhatsApp web as well. I'm actually skipping another slide because this is where the ready-made templates in this pack will be there for you. Having pre-written responses ready to go is really going to help because you're not going to have the time to type out every single thing. And if you can make it as generic as possible, where you can maybe just enter or change the time dates or change the name of the person if you want to be um, more respectful by adding the person's name into the WhatsApp message. Those must be the only things that you have to edit. But most of the times you're going to copy and paste to make your life easier. So in that pack will be what you can use. You can edit it to your preference as well. This that I'm sending you is not set in stone. It's just a guide as to the best ways to respond to your buyers. So for example, there's a couple initial replies. It will say, "Hi, thanks for your interest in the property at your street name or your house address. It is still available. Let me know if you'd like to book a viewing." Have a booking reminder a day before the time. In my experience, people will say, "Yes, I'm coming for a viewing," and you wait, and they never pitch up. Follow up with them a day before, follow up with them on the day as well. Because people change their minds. They have their own lives, and you cannot be upset with them for not pitching up. You can only be upset with yourself for not following up. If they don't pitch up, then you know that's a time waster, but you have done the due diligence to follow up with them. So the day before, you're going to say, "Hi, whoever, just a reminder for your viewing tomorrow at this time. Please bring your ID. Let me know if anything changes." And I'm going to speak about a bit more on why they need to bring their ID with. Same day confirmation, we're going to say, "Hi, whoever, just confirming the viewing time for today at this address. Looking forward to seeing you." You're not going to bombard them, but just two reminders a day before the time and an hour before they arrive on the same day. When you're sending your time slots, and this is a preference from me and why it worked for me. It's not set in stone, but I guarantee you better outcomes if you follow group viewings. If you are balancing work or you have limited time availability, group viewings is also going to be smart because it's efficient and it's a way for you to control your time. Group viewing involves setting aside a dedicated time block. So you're going to say, all right, I'm setting 4 hours aside for today for these viewings to be done. Preferably on a Saturday morning or afternoon because that's when most people have the days off. You want to try and get people to come during the day, not in the evenings, because I'm not sure which part of South Africa you are in. You want to put the safety of your clients and your buyers also first and not have them drive around late at night. Hosting multiple buyers in one slot after each other in staggered sessions where they wait their turn to come into the house and you have like that hour block. So in each hour you slot a few people and you say we're having these specific viewings. So why it works is you only clean once, you know? You don't have to now with different viewings every day ensure oh is this that already is out of the way. It also creates urgency in the buyers. Seeing other buyers on your property creates a feeling of demand for the property. That's what you want to get out. All right, I'm not the only person here. Somebody else is going to put in an offer. If they really want the property, it's going to put some pressure on them to put the offer in sooner. And not even from you, just from the scene around them, where you don't have to put in the effort to say, look, I've got other buyers. Not everybody believes you, but if they can see it, seeing is believing. It allows you to filter serious buyers from browsers as well because you get to see it on the day. Who's serious and who's not serious. And like I said in the beginning, you stay in control of your schedule. For me, that's the most important thing in life is being able to control my time. And that's why I love group viewings the best. If you are not comfortable with group viewings, you can do individual viewings as well. It is more depending on if your price is right. I know for the fact if you follow my formula for the price schedule, you're going to get a lot of buyers coming or requesting because there are always people looking for homes. Doing the individual viewing is going to take a lot of your time up, and if you have the time to do it, by all means do it. The only issue I've had so far with individual viewings is it gives the buyer the opportunity to take up time to ask overwhelming questions and look for faults in your home because they are saying, okay, I'm the only person here, I'm going to take my time, I'm going to look for issues. If there's a lot of people, they are just going to look at the property. Yes, they will look out for issues, but not as severe as in an individual viewing. I'm not saying it's the case all the time, but it's what I've experienced when it comes to home sales and doing individual viewings. And that is why I stick to group viewings when it comes to home sales because I've always had a better outcome with it. So, whether you choose group viewings or individual appointments, the key is to do what works best for you and your life at the end of the day. Because this is your energy that you are putting into selling your home. So, do what you are comfortable with. Not everybody will be comfortable with handling a group session, but I'll dabble a bit more on when it comes to group viewings, what it is you need to do to ensure your safety. So, especially for individual viewings, but this does happen in group viewings as well. Buyers will point out flaws to try and negotiate the price down, and this is common, so you need to be prepared for it. Without getting pulled into unnecessary debates, the one thing you are not going to ever do with your buyer is fight with them. Don't do that. Anything you say can always be done in the most respectful way, even if you don't agree. So, I'm going to dabble more on what packs you need to have ready, but we're going to have a disclosure form ready for the buyer to have a look. And when he has issues, it's like, what about this? You're not going to speak about it. You're going to say, all known issues have been declared in my disclosure form. It's available for you. I can show it to you if you want. You refer them to the disclosure form, and there they will see. If they have any other questions, you can then take it. if it is on the disclosure form. If a buyer critiques anything, what you can say is, "Thank you so much for the feedback. Please feel free to WhatsApp me if you have any further questions or would like to submit an offer. In this moment of time, I am busy with viewings and I would like to get this done sooner." So, this is preferably what you're going to say in a group setting viewing. But if they say, or they have critiques like, "Thanks so much for the feedback. Please could you WhatsApp me at the end of this all the issues that you do have or any further questions, I can then let you know further." Unless they're going to submit an offer right there and right then, and we'll speak about that later. Like I said, you're not here to argue with the buyer, you're here to sell. So you're going to use clear, respectful statements. And statements are going to be like, "You are welcome to view and make an offer if you feel the property suits you. If not, I kindly ask that we keep this short as I'm working on a tight schedule." That is usually you getting out of someone that's hammering you on a couple of critiques that you don't really feel like dealing with in that moment of time. Because if you're going to dabble on the floors of your house, you're dabbling in possible price negotiations going down, and you don't want that for your property. All right. So this will be for group and singular viewings. Regardless of how you decide to do it, your safety is extremely imperative. We live in a country that isn't safe. Yes, we have safer areas than others, but don't take for granted that you live in a safe area, that somebody isn't there to try their luck when it comes to viewing your home. We never had training as real estate agents when it comes to the safety of viewings, or that is in my experience so far. And this is something I personally incorporate, which I know other people should do to ensure that they are safe. In South Africa, viewing safety is critical. Viewings can be vulnerable if not handled wisely. So, here are some basic safety rules, and I will add this into the pack for this module. You never, ever, ever, and I'm going to repeat, ever host alone. Have somebody with you. A partner, a friend, a trusted family member. You do not do viewings alone. If you can have 2 or 3 people do it with you, if they can be in each bedroom, it's even better. Have eyes and security around your house when your viewings are happening. Don't take for granted that these are buyers looking to buy, but some people come into your home to see how they can rob the home. Some people come into your house to see what there is to steal. This is the type of country that we live in. So be careful of leaving people alone in your house, because people will take, or people will look for entryways to come into your house again. Notify your neighborhood watch a day before the viewing as well. Let them know, "Look, I'm having a couple of viewings. Come if there's a neighborhood watch in the area," and notify your next door neighbors as well. This is also courtesy for your area if a lot of people are going to come to your home. You are going to ask each and every person to bring a valid ID. No ID, no access. If they are not comfortable doing that, you leave those people. Don't be desperate for a sale to the point where you are going to neglect your safety. And the reason we are asking for the ID is we can take the ID number down so that you know that this person has been verified. If you cannot verify this person, that already is a red flag. Anything goes missing, if there's any issues, you've got the ID number, you can go lay a case at the police. Lock away all your valuables, your electronics, your jewelry, medication, handbags, and keys. Put all your stuff away, please, or put it in the cupboard. And that is also why we're having different family members around the home to watch that nobody takes anything. So, how are we now? If we decide to do the group viewing, how are you going to manage the flow? In this pack is going to be a sign-in sheet. Use it. Use that sign-in sheet for people coming in through your home with the appointment time slots that you have set for them. Most of the time, I just use an hour bracket and I take them first come, first serve. Please wait till the next person has left before you can enter. But that's just me because it creates more urgency. The more stacked on they are with each other, the faster or the more easy it is for you to be able to get an offer being put in. You're going to allow one group of person at a time and limit the time from 15 to 20 minutes. It depends on how big your home is. Look, if you are selling some 7-bedroom house privately or you going much bigger, because my course is aimed for people with homes which are smaller and they cannot afford a real estate agent. But if you are in the case where your home is much bigger, you can stretch out the time. My course isn't set in stone. Do what is comfortable for you. But I usually say allow for 15 to 20 minutes each. Let them go through the house. Let someone stand by the door and control the crowd while you guide the people through the house. And don't be overwhelming when you guide them. People know what a bathroom is, people know what a kitchen is, people know what a bedroom is. Have them look and tell them, look, you're more than welcome to browse. Please picture everything out of this house and picture your own things in each bedroom, but I'm going to leave you guys to it. I kindly ask that you please use 15 to 20 minutes. As you can see, there are people outside. If you want, you can stay, have a section in your house. I'm going to get to that now, but have a section separated for people who are wanting to put in offers and tell them if you are interested in putting in an offer, I will have paperwork available for you to fill in. Just get back to me and let me know. And this is where we're going to have this buyer info station in your property, whether it be in your lounge or in your kitchen. You are going to have your offer to purchase and your disclosure form ready. So the offer to purchase, and I think I'm going to put it in here. If it's not going to be in here, I'm going to put it in the next module. But the offer to purchase is them deciding, look, I'm going to put in a price. I usually let the people take the offer to purchase home. The reason I do that is it gives them time to not feel rushed on their decision. I believe in transparency. I believe in not forcing people in on a sale because we want a transparent, honest journey with this. Not a case where, oh, I'm going to put in so much because go home. I want them to speak with their wives, speak with their husbands, make a clear, unrushed choice because this is their money as well. Give them the offer to purchase and advise them, look, you don't have to fill in everything now, but what I need from you is put in the amount that you want, whether you're taking a bond, whether you're not taking a bond. We can deal with the rest later because you're going to do that with your conveyancer. But take that offer to purchase from them, and then you're going to have a disclosure form that they must sign as well. So what a disclosure form is, it's something on the PPRA that advises you to put all the flaws of your property on that form. You have to be honest because this disclosure form covers you in the event that somebody comes back and says, look, your window was broken. Why didn't you tell me about it? They sign for it on the OTP. You are not liable to pay for any broken things or any issues on the property if it is placed on the disclosure form. So ensure that you speak to your conveyancer. Ensure that there are no patent defects. So there's a patent and a latent defect that also exists within our industry. A latent defect is something where you have a built-in cupboard and then they break the cupboard out and then they find a crack on the wall. You can't be liable for something like that because it's something that you could not see. That's clearly been hidden over the time, over years. But if it's something that you've deliberately hidden away, if it's something that is obvious or known, like a leak in the roof, in the wet seasons, you know that mold appears, but you don't advise this, then you will be liable for this because it's something that is patent. You are able to see it with your own eyes throughout a period of a year. So it doesn't happen in summer, but it happens in winter. You need to let this buyer know. Don't sell your house in summer thinking you're going to get away with it because in winter, they can come back at you. Anyway, I don't want to go on too much of a tangent, do some more research on this as well, but it's very important that you have this disclosure form tell the truth. Have copies of the municipal rates on this table as well. What you want is transparency of how much the people are going to be paying when they do stay in this area. And a simple info pack with contact details and then maybe key features of your property. Because if you are going to be busy with your viewings and you have this one room where just before they leave, they can take an offer to purchase home, they can see the disclosure form, laminate the disclosure form, put it there, they can maybe take a picture of it. If you want to make a couple of more copies of that, then you can do that for them to take home as well. Keep the original with yourself, obviously, because that needs to be signed with you. Having this shows transparency. Having this creates trust with your buyer. Because this, real estate agents don't even do. They speak everything and people trust them. And I've came to parts where there are very sly real estate agents as well that are in for it for the buck and they don't do a proper job to ensure that everybody is covered and there's no issues. And then later down the line, the transfer takes so damn long. Sorry for my language. The transfer takes so long. Maybe the transfer is quick, but after the transfer, you still need to deal with a lot of issues. And most of the times, the real estate agent is gone. They've got their money. You don't get in touch with them anymore. So ensure that for me, this is extremely important. Transparency, clarity, so that you can have a clear sale. Because it doesn't only affect you in that moment, it affects the entire sale process. So you need to stay in control when it comes to these viewings as well. Please don't feel pressured. Like I said, set a certain time and stick to it so that people can go home and you can have the day for yourself. If someone offers you cash or pressures you during the viewing, please remain calm. And if they want to push the price down during the viewing, you're going to say, look, I have my ways of pricing this and we priced it fairly. All key information is available on that disclosure form inside. What you're going to avoid is over explaining yourself and making promises on the spot. If they say, look, I've got an issue, but can you fix this for me? And if that is, don't do any promises to the buyer. What you have is what they get. This is why you're referring them back to that disclosure form. Getting pulled in negotiation chats at the door. Tell them, look, please take the offer to purchase home and decide there. Send me the offer. I will accept. I will reject. I don't feel comfortable with negotiations at that point. Can we chat about it later? I want to deal with my viewings at this moment of time. So, when you do your viewings and they are going through, find out by them while you are talking. Is it going to be a cash sale? Is this going to be a bond? You're going to have to find out, are you pre-qualified by the bank if it's a bond? And if they say there's going to be cash, do you have funds available if you're paying cash, and can you guarantee that with a bank guarantee? If not, and they don't have answers for you, no, I didn't, please refer them to a bond originator for a pre-qualification. You can send me a message. I can help you with that free of charge because I will just refer them to bond originators, which I work for you. This service is also free. So either if you want, you're comfortable enough, message me or go look online to see what bond originators are available. Most of the times they will be pre-qualified because that's why they're looking for a house. But if not, refer them to get a pre-qualification because that pre-qualification will only allow you to accept that offer to purchase because it shows that they have it. Most of the time, people will be like, no, but I don't have a pre-qualification yet. You don't know whether they're going to qualify or not, and you reject other offers without them being pre-qualified, and you lose sales because then those people go look for another house. So please ensure that the pre-qualification is there because this is going to save you time and it avoids any false leads that you are going to give. My favorite, what if an agent shows up at your viewing? Don't stress, just smile, remain polite and say, thank you for stopping by, but I'm handling the sale for myself right now. can refer back to chapter 9 if you need help with saying no, but don't let their confidence override your decision. This is your process and it matters. Final thoughts. So, please ensure firstly that you are secure and safe because that's going to make you confident. Secure your bookings, secure your house, you will secure your sale. I've been on a rant. Actually, this is probably the longest video on the course because I'm very passionate about ensuring that your things are in order and ensuring that you are safe. You want the buyer to have a good um, process in this as well. You want yourself to have a good process in the sale. So that once you go over to the conveyancer, you are going to be at ease. And this is also why a real estate agent is there. They do help with this. A real estate agent puts that peace of mind to ensure that things are back to back, but not all agents do this, and this is why I'm putting the course out there because I've seen firsthand the issues people go through. I want to ensure that you don't get any of this. If you have any other questions on safety and it's specific to you, pop me a mail and let me know what it is I can maybe help with in that sense for any other tips or tricks that you need when it comes to the viewing of your home. If you just want an agent to help you with your viewings alone because you don't feel comfortable, maybe don't have support, you live alone in a place, you don't know your neighbors, you just want to now move because it's an urgent sale, pop me a message. I will see how I can maybe try and accommodate by reaching out to other agents for you within your proximity. If you're close to where I stay, I can then even assist you. Obviously for a flat rate fee, but not to the point of getting a percentage of your house.